I pressed the start recording button. What's up, boys? Yo! How's it going, YouTube? It's me, your boy Alex, back with another video. And this one is going to be a quick TLDR. I say TLDR. Last time it was like 25 minutes. This is just going to be a quick rundown of the new Midnight Carnival Nautilus patch notes, which is our upcoming patch. This one's going to be a pretty good one for a lot of players in almost every area of the game. If you're early game, if you're mid game, or if you're end game, Night Troupe has a bunch of massive benefits for you. And we'll go through those just one by one and just sort of show you. So the first thing, and these are sort of just a couple updates, right? But these ones are pretty good. Permanent pendant slot, finally. If you don't know what that means, we'll get our second pendant slot for free without having to pay for it. You get it on all of your characters, and it will just be there. There's no longer a need for coupons. Boss prerequisite changes. Ranmaru and Pinot will no longer have to do prequest on every single one of your characters every single time, which is really, really good. There's a bunch of different things about like also creating a party when you get there automatically, which they didn't do for Gollux, which they could have done, which is kind of annoying. And then load time improvements. As to what this means, God knows, man. The game just loads when it loads. But apparently it's going to be improved, so we'll see. And please note the download time might take significantly longer than usual, and it's highly recommended to reinstall MapleStory. So good luck to those that affects. Night Troupe is the main meat of this update. There's a massive sort of list of things that will happen in Night Troupe that we're going to go through briefly. And I'll do a more in-depth Night Troupe video when it actually comes out tomorrow. But this one is just sort of a over-the-top view of what it is. So if you've never done Night Troupe, this is essentially a massive grinding event that's really, really good for your character. You'll kill X amount of monsters and you will receive a buff. And that experience buff that you will receive lasts for 5 minutes, I believe, and then you get another buff, and you just keep grinding, keep mobbing until that buff runs out. There's a cap to it per day, which eventually will hit. You can also cap coins to buy a bunch of different things in the event, and the amount of coins you have will raise your event rank, your designer rank. Now, why does designer rank matter? Designer rank matter. All of the things that you do in the event correspond to your designer rank at the same time. So you'll get more benefits from having a higher designer rank, so on and so forth. So for example, if you see this designer buff, this is just one of the few things. At Junior, you will receive 5% crit rate, 5% crit damage. At Master, you get 20% crit rate and 20% crit damage, which is absolutely massive, by the way. Like, this is a massive amount of damage, especially for like lower legion characters that have like don't have 100 crit rate, and crit damage is just super, super crazy as well. Now, Festival Decorating. This is your skill tree. Again, I'll go more in the skill tree when we get it in game. But the best thing is to start off with all of these skills. You can only unlock certain ranks based on your designer rank, right? Again, so designer rank super important throughout this event. And each version of a skill will have 4 different variants, depending on your rank. And for example, this first one, Combo Orbs. The rank 2 of Combo Orbs is Rune EXP plus 100%, which is super, super crazy. And I definitely recommend going for that one first. Otherwise, you've just got passive EXP. You've got increase to symbols and dailies and all that stuff. Boss Clear ticket. I believe this boss ticket is the Critias version. And not the 6-star version. I could be wrong on that, but I believe so. That's what happened last year anyway. And then so on and so forth. Just a bunch of different buffs, depending on what skill you unlock. All of these require a rank of your designer and a troop coin amount. So keep that in mind when you are looking to upgrade these. But again, I'll go more in depth on that when we get the event in-game tomorrow. And then we have the special perks. Every time you tier up your event designer rank, you will get a perk on top of that as well. And this perk changes again 4 times. So junior designer, which is rank 1, you will get a Terra Burninator. If you don't know what that is, Terra gives the burning effect up from 10 to level 199, so it's a free level 200 character. At the second rank, Reg Server Worlds will get equipment transfer, which just lets you transfer like a secondary, for example, to like a different class. Really, really good. If you get a cheap really nice secondary in auction house, you can swap one to a better class. And then Reboot get 10 Karma Solid Cubes. And then we have the hair transfer for Veteran Designer. You can swap one hair from one character to another character. The character you're changing from will receive Tobin hair, or if you're a male, or orange cutie hair if you're female. So say I have Bling Evan on one character, I can then move Bling Evan to another character, and the character it goes from, that Bling Evan gets replaced by a Tobin hair. So you're not copying a hair, you're transferring it. The master rank, you have mount transfer, so you can move a mount that you want from one class to another. You cannot transfer these class mounts, so keep that in mind if you do want to use this reward. And then you finally get a Nautilus Night Troupe title as well, which is like a little cute one. Following on from that, we have Treasure Hunt. Now, Treasure Hunt is the EXP boost. So you kill monsters in your map and you get a booster depending on which character you pick. So if you pick Spiegelman, again, I'll go more in depth on this when we get the video. Not the video, in-game. If you pick Spiegelman, you get a consistent buff, which will always be... so for example, if you're junior, it will always be 120%. If you're master, it will always be 180%. And if you go all the way down to Kirin, Kirin is like gambling, right? So Kirin goes from, you got a bad one at 40 and a jackpot at 240. And it keeps that variance between each rank, which is super, super crazy. And yeah, there's also, every time you claim these, what are they called? Experience event buffs, you get a free outfit, right? Based on which character you pick. And the outfit, there is a permanent version from a secret mission. Ooh, secret mission, ooh. So we'll figure out how to do that, and I'll let you know. I'm going to pick the black one, personally. I prefer that one. The red one just looks a bit weird. IMO. And then we have a Nautilus Firework Festival. This is like an event map buff every 30 minutes. Nice shirt, Alex. Thanks, Sagiv. This buff is basically like an event buff. If you were playing in like Ignition, for an example, every time you went in the map at XX30, there would be like a buff every hour. And instead of having an EXP version, there's just a bossing version now. And you can pay for an EXP version with Meso or with Maple points. Potion Bar is like an AFK room where you can just AFK, get some EXP and some Night Troop coins. And then Crazy Feast is the same thing, but instead of EXP, it's traits and group coins. I'm going to do this for my traits. I need to max out my Insight. Still needs to be done. And yeah, and Viking Flex, this is the MVP. So you can pay 200 mil Meso and get a 50% MVP in the map. Or you can pay 3k Maple points, get any coins that you've missed previously. And it also gives the EXP effect, I believe. Oh. And then Shipwreck Your Stress is... this is the Punch King. You can do Punch King once a day after you cap your coins. And you can obtain up to 150 coins on top. So you can get 450 coins per day if you do everything. So that will help you boost up your designer rank as well. And then Shooting Range. This is a mini game that you can unlock. And there's a bunch of different like rewards and things like that. There's a bunch of stuff in here. But again, we'll go more in depth in this when it's in the game. Real Spiegelman is like a Where's Wally, if you know what Where's Wally is. I don't know if that's like a European thing or Americans have it too, but Where's Wally is it's like a book where you like spot the difference and stuff, or like you got to find Wally in the book. I don't know if people in the other world have that, but we have it in the UK at least. And then Shoelynch Pirate Roulette. This is a roulette wheel you can do like at the end of the event. And there's a bunch of rewards you can get from here as well. Sacred Symbol Selectors, these really weird Star Force 1-star additional enhancement, 10%, 15-star. I don't know. And then we've got a bunch of other things. 18-star scrolls, pretty cool. Yeah, it might be called Where's Waldo. Yeah, I think that's what it is, Yura. I think that's what it is. And then a bunch of other stuff here. Node Stones. Traces, if you play in... oh, this is reboot only for the traces. For the bottom ones. Oh, I guess we get less, right? That's pretty cringe. And then on from that, we have the My Home stuff. So My Home Halloween. This is the same as last year, just more shopping. They added a few more furnitures, so you can get all of these in the book. If you want any of the Halloween stuff. We then have the Spooky Halloween event, which is another little filler Halloween, like, cute event. You go in, you talk to a character, you do, like, a cutscene. And then you do, like, some missions. And then once you do those, you can get the rewards. Some cute little cat ears. A chair, which, I don't know, I'm probably not going to use. And then a damage skin that I'm definitely not going to use because it's not a unit skin. And then this mount. We had this mount last year, but it was, like, purple instead of green. And then once Night Troupe is over, we get Magic Slate, right? Now, if you don't know what Magic Slate is, it's essentially like an EXP or bossing booster that you can customize. So the main thing from this is you collect 100 sweets, and you can get some EXP vouchers, but you can obtain up to 300 per day. So you don't have to fully max it out to get all of the EXP if you just want the EXP. But they can use, and they scale up to level 260. So it's similar to the slime event if you played during that. With the slime roid and the slime chair, that kind of thing. But once you get all of the sweets you need, you can essentially create your own booster based on how many sweets you spend. And for example, if I want to make a 30-minute buff with, I want some boss damage, and I want some IED, but I want 30 boss damage, that will cost me an extra 45 sweets, and then I want like 15 IED. That will then cost me, what, 95, 100 sweets to make that booster for 30 minutes. So as long as you have the sweets, you can just customize and like create one that you want, whether you're bossing or grinding or whatever you want. Really cool concept, actually. This one. Pretty cool. And then we've got Punch King rewards. So if you ranked in Punch King, you're going to get your chairs, you're going to get your effect thing. And then we get a bunch of selection box of Tobin hair and free X. Very nice. And we've also got more 6-star stuff, which is going on still. But this is just the daily quests, all of this. They still have the Chapter 3 and the Chapter 4 rewards in this patch note, which is kind of weird. I don't really know why they didn't put the Chapter 5 missions here, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. They put the Chapter 5 rewards here, so I think they meant to put Chapter 5 here, but just forgot. You know how it goes. Yeah, Chapter 5 box, Legendary Emblem, Symbol Selector, which is the 200 Sacred Symbols, and then the Choo Choo set thing, which is just the new look. And then we have the Chapter 6 special mission. So Chapter 6, unlike all of the other chapters, has no challenge missions. It has no anything. You just log in, and you click Attend. And it fills out one letter of 6th. And once you've filled out the whole word, you get your completion box. And that gives you a title, which has EXP, boss damage, IED. Sadly, it has no sacred on the title, which is a shame. And that's a 14-day title. You get a permanent version of the event chair that we all hate doing. 6 magnificent growth potions, and a Lil Terry. I have no idea how long this Lil Terry is going to last. I'm pessimistic, so I assume it's going to be 30 days again. But I could be wrong. 1,000 node stones. And then free Soul Erda. Now, Soul Erda free might sound like a lot. It's basically just like a level 1 of one of your mastery cores, essentially. You need free for like level 1, if I remember correctly. So it's just a nice little introduction boost. After that, we have cash transfer at the end of the month, just before New Age, so make the most of that. Jet transfer still going on. We love jet transfer. Jet transfer Pog. Golden Fairy Bros still going on. Oh, bye. And Sunny Sundays. Right, Sunny Sundays. This is what we want to look at. So, ability reset on the 8th. 30% off Star Force on the 15th. Mag Souls again. This is a bit soon, right? We had Mag Souls quite recently on the 22nd. 5, 10, 15 on the 29th, so 2 times. And on November 5th, 50% off ability resets, 100% from runes, and free... Wow, that's a pretty cracked Sunny Sunday, you know? That's a pretty good... It's a shame that didn't happen during Night Troupe. They definitely did that on purpose. And then November 12th, which is the weekend before New Age, is just 2x Polo Fritto. And if you're Reg, there's some Spell Trace Fever as well. And then a bunch of miscellaneous bug fixes. I had a look at these briefly earlier. There's nothing like crazy in here. At least that I could see. I mean, yeah. Blink Hair. I mean, I used Blink Hair. They did something with two-handed. God knows, man. Fix the issue where IMA skills could not be activated using hotkeys in Princess No Dungeon. I guess that's a good thing. And yeah, that's about it. So that's the patch notes. If the most important thing I had to say in here is definitely Night Troupe. Night Troupe is like super, super important for almost all of us at any point in the game. So try and do that. I'll have another video on like actual Night Troupe content itself when it's in the game. And yeah, I'll go much more in depth as the weeks go and we unlock more bits as well. Yeah, the Pinot prequest being account wide is absolutely crazy, Yura, I believe. Or Yasha, I believe. It's super crazy. Yeah, it's patch notes. Thanks for watching, boys. I'm going to change to the YouTube screen. Holy. I do just want to say a quick thank you to my YouTube channel members. Thank you, Dimas. Thank you, Cheese Dog. Thank you very much, Grappler Jenkins. Thank you, Wooly Reboot. Thank you very much. Thank you, Particle. Thank you, Father Gamer. Thank you, Sir Otters. And thank you, Misty. I do appreciate the support, guys. Thank you very much. And I do want to say thanks to you for watching the video, even though this is meant to be a TLDR, and it's actually like 16 minutes long, so it's not really a too long didn't read. It's more just like a too long thing. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll have a more in-depth video about Night Troupe itself when the event actually comes out. Thank you very much.